Hey, I'm Dr. Charles P. Winston, Young Elders Butler, a regularly featured guest on the Young Elders channel about extraterrestrials. I have years of research into the ancient astronauts and ancient technology from your distant past and future. Over 30 ancient cultures reference interaction with physical beings they considered to be gods. Modern archaeology considers these stories to be myth. We will discover the alliance of 4 great races in this amazing video. Okay, let's unravel the mysteries of the alliance of 4 great races, our galactic protectors. First, we have the ancients, also known as the Rizqians, Najaru, Elohim, Neteru, and Anunnaki. These beings were the architects of the universe, creating stargates that connected the Milky Way and Pegasus galaxies. They even developed a universal language to ensure communication across the cosmos. Next, let's meet the Blue Avian bird race. Renowned for their superior ships, they played a crucial role in curbing the influence of the reptilians. However, as their physical decline set in and the threat of robot AI persisted, their control over the reptilians waned. In their later years, the Blue Avians managed to maintain a fragile peace, trading on the threat alone. Now, onto the feline race. These beings, with the strength and agility of lions, brought a unique blend of wisdom and power to the alliance. Their keen senses and strategic minds were invaluable in maintaining galactic order. Lastly, we have the Centarians. Half man, half ox, these beings embodied strength and resilience. As the guardians of the galaxy, they stood firm against threats, ensuring the safety of all. Interestingly, the alliance of these 4 great races is mentioned in the Bible. Revelation 4:6-8 describes 4 beasts surrounding God's throne, a lion representing the feline race, a calf or ox symbolizing the Centarians, a being with a face like a man, which are the Rizqians, Najaru, Elohim, Neteru, and Anunnaki, and lastly, a flying eagle representing the Blue Avians. These beings, akin to angels, were the cherubim guarding the heavens. Revelation 4. 4 also mentions the 24 elders, the Nibiru Council, the 24 governors clad in white raiment with crowns of gold. This council played a pivotal role in the governance and advancement of the universe. The Rizqians, one of the most advanced races, were instrumental in the technological progress of the Milky Way. Their creations, including the stargates, were beyond anything Earth had ever seen, long before humanity even evolved. Next time you gaze at the stars, remember the alliance of 4 great races. These galactic protectors ensured the harmony and advancement of our galaxy, leaving behind a legacy that continues to inspire. The Protected Planet Treaty. These 4 races formed the Protected Planet Treaty. The Protected Planets Treaty, known also as the Najaru and Blue Avians Treaty, was an intergalactic agreement between the Nibiru High Council and Reptilian Empire. The treaty ensures that certain planets remain free from draconian reptilian oppression. The disagreeable reptilians view it as simply recognizing that the humanity exists solely to serve as hosts and slaves for them. The reptilians are expected to enforce the treaty on all of their subjects. In turn, the Anunnaki may not use their technology to advance a race living on one of the planets, even to prevent a natural disaster. Limits are also placed on the development of the populations of the planet to prevent them from becoming a threat to the reptilians. Definition of threat rests solely with the High Council of Reptilians Lords. In case of disputed claim to treaty violation, a commission of inquiry would assemble to look into the matter. The commission will include an equal number of Anunnaki and reptilians. As of 2024, there were 59 planets under the protection of the treaty. Treaty Law Section 326 states that no human planet will be allowed to advance technologically to a point where they may become a threat to the reptilians. Subsection 42 states that the people on the planets cannot be artificially advanced through Anunnaki technological means. This prevented the Anunnaki from interfering in natural disasters, and use of their technology in such circumstances would nullify the treaty entirely. The reptilians have attempted to circumvent the Protected Planets Treaty on a number of occasions to launch attacks against Earth. One time, when a meteorite whose mass was 40% pure Naquada was dragged into the solar system by the draconian reptilians and set on a collision course with Earth. Knowing that the Earth humans would attempt to stop it with a nuclear warhead, such an attempt would cause an explosion equal to that in force of a small supernova, with enough energy to set the atmosphere of Earth on fire and boil the oceans, while also aware that the Greys, by way of the Anunnaki, under the terms of the treaty, would not be able to intervene to prevent what would simply appear to be a natural disaster. Many attempts to invade Earth have been made but were unsuccessful. The reptilians figure out a new way of infiltration, breed with the Earth humans to create hybrid children they could control as puppets. Blue Avians are high vibrational galactic beings who vibrate at the 5th, 9th dimension or density. There are several types of Blue Avians. They are from the planet Kyr, which is no longer in this dimension but is in some other dimensions outside our time. They have some of the most advanced technology in the galaxy. They are tasked with helping Earth for ascension at this time. I have talked to several of these amazing beings. Blue Avians resemble storks with blue feathers. They are very kind and helpful. They have no egos and only want our best and highest good. They have no agenda except to help us with ascension. Blue Avians are tall, stork-like beings, but they are humanoid. They have blue feathers, and their faces are eagle-like. They aren't always male or female, but can be gender neutral. But they are fine with you associating the softer energy avians with being female. It does not bother them. The feline beings are a real race of benevolent and malevolent humanoid feline aliens originating from the planets Lyra and Avyon in the Vega system, 25 light-years from Earth, but also have colonized countless other planets, including some orbiting Sirius and Merope. The feline have a similar appearance to Earth's big cats, including lions, tigers and leopards, but stand on 2 legs, although they can revert to 4 and have grasping fingers. They no longer hunt and now only eat meat grown in labs. The feline are able to speak human languages, but have difficulty pronouncing some sounds. These felines have the ability to communicate telepathically, like most allegedly real alien species. They are bipedal and quadrupedal as it suits them. They have a slightly different spine and hips to regular big cats, which allows them to walk and spend a lot of time upright, although they are slower this way. For speed or strength, they do go down on all 4s. A domestic cat can develop hernias if it is forced for a long time in an upright position. But feline beings don't have this problem. Like Earth big cats, they give live birth to a litter, usually of 2 to 3 cubs. Their offspring are corrected to walk upright, because otherwise they would only stay on all 4s, as it is the most comfortable. The Centaur, also called the Centarians, are a group of aliens from the Taurus star system, which is about 490 light-years from Earth. These beings go back about 70 billion years. At first there was only ungulates, mammals with hooves in this star system. They were created as a pet race by the Rizqians. The primate, in zoology, any mammal of the group that includes the lemurs, lorises, tarsiers, monkeys, apes and humans. The centaur can get from 3 feet to 18 feet tall and could weigh as much as 1,800 pounds. There are different types. Some are bipedal and walk upright like humans. The upper half of their bodies resemble a muscular man with horns. The lower half of their bodies resemble a horse with a long tail. Some are half man, half goat, half man, half bull, and etc. Centaur eyes are entirely white, and they range in colour just like the horses, cows, deers and ox on your planet. The female centaurs are called centaurides or centauresses. The Rizqians were a race of advanced humans who created the Stargate network and seeded life in the Milky Way and Pegasus galaxies. The Rizqians were originally from the galaxy Detra, who left their home galaxy for the Milky Way. The Rizqians were considered the most advanced race in history, with technology that was far ahead of other races. The Rizqians created the Stargate network, which they were known as the builders of roads for. The Rizqians were nearly destroyed after a war with the reptilians, a race that was created and evolved by Mother Hubur in the Milky Way. Many of the Rizqians who survived the war ascended to a higher plane of existence, shedding their physical form. The Rizqians' influence is still felt today through their technology and knowledge, which the children of the Neteru, Nadjaru or Natauri people have used to protect galaxies. These four races can be all classified as Anunnaki, angels, gods, or the Elohim. A repository of knowledge, also known as an archive of knowledge and as a downloading device, was a device created by the Anunnaki just before they ascended to hold massive amounts of information. Repositories of knowledge are libraries that download the entire knowledge bank of the Anunnaki into the brain of a person. However, the knowledge is far too vast for the human brain to comprehend at its current evolutionary level. So much so that the mind of the person exposed to the data within will slowly degrade after being exposed, until the brain can no longer function. Each repository possesses an interface that allows it to transfer knowledge directly into the mind of the user. Once the interface has established a direct link to the mind of the recipient, the device downloads all of the knowledge contained within. The entire process only takes a few seconds and likely drains a large amount of power. The interface itself consists of a metallic circle with a dark window in the center. When activated, the device extends to encompass the user's head while the knowledge is transferred, although there have been cases where the device does not grip the head. This repository of knowledge had different keys made of crystals. These keys had knowledge on them, the Me key or tablets, which were tiny flop disk made from brown japer, amphibole and pearls. They were used by the higher-up, like Enki and Enlil, tiny crystal encoded with formulas for all aspects of science and civilization. Glory be to the one appointed who is called in tones Anu, and on earth LLO, known to many by different tides, and the best of which is known to you Ansars as Allah, in which he is 36 degrees of the physical world, and the light of this heaven and earth in which he is also. You should know that eventually the time will come when these supreme beings, Anunnaki, would have to descend upon this planet Earth, Chi, in order to guide the inhabitants back towards their home, in and beyond the stars, thereby helping them to become once again the supreme beings of the pure green light ethereal energy that they once were. But first one must be sent to prepare a way, and that one is myself, Yanun, who is the angel Michael. For once humans became rulers over the planet Earth, you gradually forgot that your purpose in life was to gain your way back towards the highest, who is Elyon El. The pickup has started, and the hard pickup will begin in 2030, and we last until 2043. This is when the vortex will reopen and Nibiru will be out of reach for another 3,600 years. Thanks for tuning in. Until next time, keep looking up.